Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to extract this gentleman here out from his white background and place him into this cloud background right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my layers palette and I'm going to duplicate another layer. So just in case I lose the background, the main background image, I have an extra copy. So I'm going to go into filter, extract, and I'm going to grab the highlighting tool. Now what this does is it marks the edges of the areas you want to retain. So I'm going to go around him and I'm going to select smart highlighting. Now the well-defined edges that you see on this gentleman here, it will highlight better with the smart highlighting being selected, because without it you don't really have a guide to go around him, whereas this one it kind of sticks to the edges very carefully. So I strongly recommend that if there is a lot of sharp edges, defined edges, but if there isn't, then you don't really need that. So you can choose the brush size you want, but I usually go with like a 20. And I'm going to start doing that now. If you want to erase any mistakes that you think you've made, there is an eraser tool. You can erase that and continue with using your highlighting tool. It's also really good to have a pen tablet, like a Wacom tablet. It I find it way better, you have more control with it, unlike with a mouse. It's kind of harder to control where you want your lines to be. To move this person around, you can hold down your spacebar key and just start clicking and move him up and down. Okay, you see how he has a whole bunch of like spiky hair? I wouldn't put on smart highlighting because I don't think it would grab each and every edge, even though it is defined pretty well. But just to play it safe, I'm not going to, and I'm going to have a little bit of a larger brush size to go around his hair. So just like that. You'll see what I mean after. It's kind of hard to explain, but you'll get the idea of it once I start doing it. So there you go. And then you're going to take this little pink bucket tool, and what that does is it fills the areas you want to retain. So I'm going to click them. Oh, you see, that means the blue that's showing right now basically means I haven't covered all the edges that I wanted to retain. So just Control Z and go back to your highlighting tool and try to find where you left an empty edge, and I think it's right there. So let me just fix that. Any edges that I'm missing? I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. There we go. So that's what it's supposed to look like. The stuff that's blue is basically selecting your fill that you want to retain. So then you would either go preview or OK, but you want to preview it, just to make sure that everything looks good. So preview. Yeah, see, it's not bad, but you're going to see if you zoom in here, you can see that there's some stuff that is missing. So what you can do is you can go here. Apparently what this does is it masks the transparent. It makes a mask for the transparent. So if you hold down the Alt key, what that does is it will bring back the image. So if I hold down Alt and I start painting his head, you'll basically see his hair come back. So just remember Alt when you click this image right here. And I'm just gonna clean up, bring him back a little bit because I kind of deleted him. And to like get rid of this stuff is that you don't press down Alt, you just let go and you start painting, and that will get rid of him, as you can see right there. That's without alt, and this is with alt. So I'm bringing back his hair. I don't want him to be bald. Now this part doesn't have to be so perfect because there's also another trick to it. And there's many ways to extract a person. There's not only my way, there's hundreds of ways that you can do it. This is the way I'm most comfortable with, so I tend to stick with what I'm, good at. Anywho, I think that's pretty good, so I'm going to press OK. And I'm just going to eyeball out the background layer from my second copy that I made. So I'm going to copy him, and what I'm going to do is press Control click, and that's going to grab his image. Now I just wanted to let you know something before I actually go and place him into the cloud's image, that if, for example, you pressed OK in the extract filter pop-up menu, what you can do is you can go into your history palette. Let me see if I can, and you can basically take your highlighting, you see this little history brush here, you can click back a step. So I strongly recommend it before extract. You press OK, you can go back with your history brush and you basically can paint back what was missing. So you see that the white background was with him before, which is really convenient in case you messed up in the extraction filter. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out on. I'm going to select him, Control click to get this anti-aliasing around the image, and then I'm going to go Control C to copy him. Then I'm going to go into my clouds JPEG and I'm going to go Edit, Paste. So he's in there. Yeah, I know he looks kind of weird, but I can just fix that. So I'm just going to crop him out. I'm just going to crop him out like that. And what you can do in here is you can go into his layer once your layer is selected, and you just take the erase tool and go inside and clean up the edges. So that basically concludes the extraction tutorial, and I guess you guys know how to extract now. So I hope you guys like my tutorial that I did for you guys. Thanks for watching.